This is the drawing on page 219 in your book, and we'll look at number 34 to go with this drawing. It says, the directions actually say, classify the requested angles shown in figure 5.34 where L1 and L2 are parallel. And on number 34 it says, angle 1, if measure of angle 2 is 130 degrees. So if I label my drawing and I label this one as 130 degrees, that's angle 2. And we want to find angle 1. Notice that this is part of a straight line, so you're going to use all the things that we've talked about. And since it's part of a straight line has 180 degrees in it. So we already have part of the line as being 130 degrees, so 180 minus 130 is 50. So the measure of angle 1 is 50. So that's the answer to 34A. 34B, let's see, let's erase what we have here. So 34B says, find the measure of angle 5 if the measure of angle 15 is 88 degrees. So we go over and we look at 15, and it is 88 degrees. It's also part of a line. So we're trying to find angle 5. Angle 5 is this one up here. Now angle 5 is not on that line, but remember that we have these corresponding angles we can use. And if I were to move this line up, 13 and 5 would be sitting in the same spot. So if I could find 13, I would know 5. And 13 is a vertical angle with angle 15. So 13 is 88 degrees. That means that angle 5 is also 88 degrees. So they're like puzzles. So you're going to have to go through and use the things that you've learned. Just remember, if you move your lines up and down, whatever's sitting in the same spot, they're equal to each other. Alternate interior, like, let's erase some things. Oops, it wasn't my eraser. So alternate interior, if I take a look at these things, the ones that are inside are things like 7 and 13, so they match. 8 and 14 match. They're inside my drawing, remember. 5 and 15 match. 6 and 16 match. So those go along with our definitions that we've talked about. You could also use the shape of a triangle. A triangle has 180 degrees in it, so that means that the measures of angles 3 plus the measure of angle 6 plus the measure of angle 9 is 180 degrees. So if you do 3 and 6, so let's say I knew that 3 was 20 degrees and 6 was 40 degrees, that would mean that I would just need the measure of angle 9 to make 180. So if 3 was 20 and 6 was 40, that would give me 60 degrees. So 60 from 180 would be 120. That would mean that the measure of angle 9 would be 120. So they're going to give you measures of some angles, and you're going to use your definitions and your skills that you've learned to be able to figure out the other angles. Now you've also on that same page, you've got 35 through 38. So let's look at number 38, and it says classify the pairs of angles shown. So this is actually asking for the word, the classification, not a measure. So if I'm looking at number 38A, 12 and 18. So here's 12, here's 18. They're inside my line, so they're inside my drawing, and they're opposite ends. So this would be alternate interior angles, and that's what that's asking. So you may need to pull out your list of your definitions to be able to do these. So I believe that covers all the kinds that you're going to have. If you look back on page 219, starting with number 28, they just ask you to classify the angles as acute, right, straight, or obtuse. So if you go back to page 214, those are where your definitions of those 4 types of angles are listed, and they're just asking you to classify those. So pull up your answers that I've given you in Moodle to these homework problems and do a few of these so that you understand what's going on.